Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday. I'm Scott Trella. We'll go over the today's Browns game and all the NFL games. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday trivia question. What NFL team scored the most points in a single Super Bowl? I'll have the answer later on the broadcast. Week 4 of the NFL, and the Browns square off against the Oakland Raiders at Oakland Coliseum in Oakland, California. QB quarterback Baker Mayfield is preparing and getting ready to make his first start of the regular season against the Raiders. The Browns are 1-1-1 and are looking to go to steal a win on the road and go to 2-1-1. Now the Browns know this is not going to be a guaranteed win. And they know that for them by any means. And the fans know this as well. Now, Hugh Jackson and the Browns know what to expect against the Oakland Raiders, and they know the Raiders have a good team, and it's not going to be easy to beat the Raiders in Oakland. And they have to put the pressure on the Raiders' offense and defense. But sources have said, and I've said this too, I feel the Browns are going to steal a win on the road and beat the Oakland Raiders 24-21. And go to 2-1-1. Browns defensive end Emmanuel Ogba and offensive linebacker Christian Kirksey are set to return to action and presumably the starting lineup for today's game. The two other players to watch for are forward safety Demarius Randall and tight end Seth DeValve are questionable for the game today because of previous injuries. Randall did not practice Wednesday or Thursday, but was a limited participant on Friday with a heel injury. He played all on short rest against the Jets on Thursday night a couple of weeks ago. So the assumption here is that he will play against the Raiders. Having an extended rest, Seth DeValve was a limited participant all week in practice and missed the last two games with a hamstring injury. But he will play in today's game as well. QB Tyrod Taylor has cleared the concussion protocol list, but head coach Hugh Jackson did not say whether Taylor or veteran quarterback Drew Stanton would be the backup this week. Taylor is also dealing with a back issue. Now, what do the Browns need to do to win today's game, to win this game on the road? Well, the Browns need to really dominate this game from the start. They need to really put the pressure on the Raiders quarterback and the Raiders offense and defense and their running and passing game as well. Because the Raiders have a good team, and this is not going to be an easy game or a guaranteed win. So they really got to come out and they need to dominate. Baker Mayfield needs to run the pocket and find an open man. I feel if the Browns can really score early and never let up and not turn over the ball and not have any penalties or not miss field goals, because they made every field goal against the Jets, and they got to do that again, and play like they did against the Jets, then they are going to win this ball game today on the road. Meanwhile, the Raiders under new head coach John Gruden are looking to avoid 0-4. If the Raiders want to win this game, they're going to have to keep Mayfield and the Browns from making the plays and scoring TDs. And they got to put the pressure on the Browns' offense and defense and their running and passing game. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think the Browns are going to steal one on the road and beat the Raiders 24-21, as I've said. Elsewhere in the NFL, and I will get to my picks of the week in just a moment. The Houston Texans will take on the Indianapolis Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, and I feel that the Colts have the edge in this one, and I really feel that the Colts are going to really have the edge in one and win this one. That's why that they have the edge in that game. The Buffalo Bills will take on the Green Bay Packers at Lambeau Field, and I feel the Packers have the edge in this one. I feel that they do. Even they're going to win that one on the road. The Tampa Bay Bucks will take on the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field in Chicago, and I feel the Bears have the edge in this one. I feel that the New England Patriots will take on the Miami Dolphins at Gillette Stadium in New England in Boston, Massachusetts. No, Foxborough, Massachusetts. And I feel the Patriots have the edge in this one. And the Dallas Cowboys will take on the Detroit Lions at AT&T Stadium in Big D in Dallas. And I do feel the Cowboys have the edge in this one. The Cincinnati Bengals will take the Atlanta Falcons at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, and I feel that the Falcons have the edge in this one because it's in Atlanta, and I don't know if this is going to be able to steal this one on the road. We'll see. The Jacksonville Jaguars will the New York Jets will take on the Jacksonville Jaguars at Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville, Florida. And I feel that the Jaguars have the edge in this one. The Philadelphia Eagles will take on the Tennessee Titans at LP Field in Tennessee. And I feel the Eagles are going to take this one on the road, the Super Bowl champs. So we'll see what happens. For your 4 o'clock games, your late afternoon ones, those are your early 1 o'clock games. And the Browns will take on the Raiders, as I've said, at Oakland Coliseum in Oakland. And I feel the Browns are going to win that one on the road. The Seattle Seahawks will take on the Arizona Cardinals at University of Phoenix Stadium in Phoenix, Arizona. And I feel the Seahawks have the edge on that one. I don't think Arizona is going to take that one. The New Orleans Saints will take on the New York Giants at MetLife Stadium in New York. And I do feel that I gotta remember who I took for that one. I gotta remember who I took for that one. And I do feel that the Saints have the edge in this one. I think they're going to win that one on the road. We'll see what happens. The 49ers will take on the LA Chargers at StubHub Center in Los Angeles, and I do feel that the Chargers have the edge in that one. I feel the Chargers are going to take it. We'll see. And Sunday Night Football, the Baltimore Ravens will take on the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh at Heinz Field. And I do feel that the Steelers have the edge in this one. I think they're going to take it. And this week's Monday night game, the Kansas City Chiefs will take on the Denver Broncos at Sports Authority Field in Denver. And I do feel Denver's tough in the Mile High City, and I feel that Denver is going to take this game. I really do. And getting back to Thursday's game, the LA Rams beat the Minnesota Vikings in a shootout in LA, 38-31, and what a game. It was just a great game, and so we'll get to my picks in just a sec, but it is now time for the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday trivia question. What NFL team scored the most points in a single Super Bowl? If you said the San Francisco 49ers, you are correct. When the San Francisco 49ers defeated the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 24 in 1990, they set a number of records. Their 55 points remains the most ever scored by a team in a Super Bowl, and the 45-point winning margin is the most lopsided Super Bowl victory of all time. And I have another trivia question on my next broadcast, so stay tuned for that. Now, it is now time for my picks of the week. I am taking the New England Patriots to beat the Miami Dolphins, the Indianapolis Colts to beat the Houston Texans, and the Atlanta Falcons to beat the Cincinnati Bengals, the Green Bay Packers to beat the Buffalo Bills, the Dallas Cowboys to beat the Detroit Lions, the Jacksonville Jaguars to beat the New York Jets, the Chicago Bears to beat the Buccaneers, I'm taking the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles to beat the Tennessee Titans. I'm taking the Seattle Seahawks to beat the Arizona Cardinals. I've picked the Browns to beat the Oakland Raiders, the LA Chargers to beat the San Francisco 49ers. I've picked the New Orleans Saints to beat the New York Giants for Sunday Night Football. I've picked the Pittsburgh Steelers to beat the Baltimore Ravens. And for Monday Night Football, I have picked the Denver Broncos to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, my final thoughts, because I'm going to have to end this very soon. I do feel that the Browns are really going to take this one today by far, because it's Baker Mayfield's first start, and I just feel the Browns are going to really take this one on the road and go to 1-1, 24-21. Baker Mayfield, I think, is going to really come out strong today, and I really do feel that the Browns are really going to take this one on the road today and really win this ball game and really score and dominate early. So we'll see what happens in that one when that takes place at 4:05, and you can watch all the game coverage on Fox. That's where, or CBS, excuse me. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday. I'll have a post-game show, the post-game show for the early games after all the early games have concluded. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day and every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.